Yeah, this is one of those solutions that kind of papers over the problem, which is actually a problem that is worth discussing, which he's saying like that older folks are consolidating a lot of power and a lot of wealth, and that these programs that cost young people a lot that used to be meant for those in poverty who were older are now bequeathed upon a generation that is very large and has a lot of assets, right? And that they vote a lot, so they're very powerful. Okay, so that's the issue. And then he says, so what we should do is take people who are working hard to raise their children and are legally responsible for them and can be punished by the state severely if they don't take good care of them. We should take their votes and sign them off to some 25-year-old who I've just taught college to. No, thank you.
Right. And the other part of this is not only, look, it's an attack on the family at a foundational level, which is often at the heart of many of these progressive issues. You can't have the relationship with the state that they want if you have that relationship with your mom and dad. And so I do see a philosophical effort here to disrupt the bedrock of our society, which is the family. But he gives voice to it when he's talking about parents don't have the best interest of their kids.
Yeah, it's a pernicious idea that these third parties, of course blessed by left-leaning college professors or teachers or guidance counselors or whomever it is, and actors on behalf of the state, would have a better idea of what your kids need than you do. It is a pernicious idea. It is a threat to parents. It's something that I think during the Zoom school era, when schools were closed, a lot of parents got clear on the fact that, in fact, they didn't have partners in raising their kids, but they had adversaries. And many of their school boards made that quite clear to them when they started complaining about the treatment of their children and what the things that they were learning. And so this is something to keep an eye out for, because there are plenty of activists who are happy to get a nose under the tent when it comes to your relationship with your kids and having legal authority over them.